like their music is your music.
This is Mommy's jam.
Then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at nhtsa.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Veterans, do you know what local, state, and federal benefits and services you're eligible to receive? Do you want help navigating the application or appeals process? Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. You've served our country, now let us serve you. Visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Live from the 93.7 The Ticket studios in the heart of Lincoln, America, this is Lloyds in Lincoln with former Syracuse Orange and Long Beach State basketball star Ramel Lloyd Sr. and current Nebraska basketball athlete Ramel Lloyd Jr. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here are your hosts, Ramel Sr. and Ramel Jr.
Oh, it's July 4th weekend. We thank y'all for hanging out with us and doing this thing that we do every Sunday. Lloyds in Lincoln, we appreciate you hanging out again. Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685 if you want to be a part of what we're doing. Hit us up if you would. You can follow on the video stream, Starter Heyman video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter Live, and Allo Channel 951 if you want to see what's going on. We appreciate all of you for hanging out. Hopefully, y'all are taking care of yourselves this weekend. Hydrate, handle your business. Don't pull a Harrison on the grill and mess stuff up. You know, leave it to the pros. If that grill game ain't yours, you know, leave it to the elders. Harrison, before we get to Rock and Mel, you good?
Yeah, man.
You gonna have a good weekend?
Yeah, dude, I'm feeling good, man. I got my coffee going right
now.
Yeah,
this is like
Big
the Cup
finishing stretch right now.
I see you, Big Cup.
Yeah, dude, this coffee. You can thank my internship with early break for this.
Right, like I wanted to ask the question because Mel, look, man. When you get coffee that size, you going through some things.
I don't feel
like you
brim.
like
it's like 3/4.
Yeah.
That's a good last night.
Right, right. There's a story behind that coffee cup that size. Rock Lloyd, Ramel Sr. How you, brother?
I'm good. Happy Sunday. I love the way you introduce the show and introduce us, man. You make us feel good over here.
Y'all family. I better love on y'all. That's family.
Make us sit, man. Make you feel like I'm something.
You know, look, you somebody. You got to. Hey, did you notice? Mel Jr., have you gone through the locker room and made everybody subscribe to your Amazon Prime show listing? This show is now active on Amazon Prime.
Oh, let me stop.
Your show is now active on Spotify.
Man, we need to get that information.
Definitely put that up.
Yeah. Mel Jr., how you, brother?
Doing good, DP. Happy to be here.
Oh, look. Oh, now you gonna come in base all bottom. Now you gonna come in all bottom. Oh, my goodness, man. You gotta let me know to lower some levels. You're gonna coming in hot.
You know, I was a little far from the mic at first.
Yeah.
So I kind of scoot up a little bit, and here it is.
Say it how you say it. I'm not mad. He came in. You see all the levels, just all the needles just start going left and right because
Barry White over here.
Yeah, you know, we go.
You just jealous, bro.
Yeah, we all are. Everybody listening is jealous. Everybody mad. Like we ain't tall and we don't have base. We mad about all of that. I need to get with y'all about this thing, right? So, international basketball. We talked a little bit about it last week with the draft, and this week, so FIBA and the U19 they're in the FIBA tournament. Mm-hmm. And they lose to France. And now they got to play Russia in that consolation game. And I'm trying, and it didn't start well because last time I checked, it was down like 9 to Russia. Mel, help me out. Help me understand what does today's young basketball player think of USA basketball? What is it? Is that inclusive? Is it a target for 4 and 5 star players? Is it Is it necessary for you to come? I mean, you got Oklahoma State's top dude is over there, UCLA's top dude, but they over there getting handled. What is it? What does it mean to you?
Well,
Real talk. What does it mean to you?
yeah, I mean, USA basketball is definitely an honor to be a part of.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great accomplishment for everyone who's in it. Them getting handled by whoever it is out there. I mean, France is. I mean, you see it now. Like all the top players in the league, there's a lot of European guys, a lot of American guys. So, I think that's moving forward. You'll see a lot of more European guys that are up to par at that early age to beat our guys at that young age now.
Then the next question has to be why? Wait a minute, because you got to remember, international basketball was created and set up to highlight American basketball. And then the other countries wanted to Americanize their programs. Like that was literally why they want to do that. And then when folks start creeping up, Russia back in 1972, Russia won and USA lost its mind. Like they threw money at it. And then the dream team happened because we lost to somebody. We lost to Brazil. And they went, wait a minute.
Yeah, we gotta get these pros.
We need to get the pros down here. Like
it's U19, right?
Yeah.
U19, yeah.
Yeah, you got kind of get the impression that like everybody, all the international dudes are like 2 years older than they say they are, right? Like
That's possible.
It's like you had a full beard, like he had a full beard, dude. I was like, come on, man, you're not 19.
Yeah. Also, DP, a lot of those teams from other countries, they've been playing together for a while too. Like those guys all know each other, and they've been on those teams since they were young. So when you bring in like the USA guys, we got different teams every year. So it's not like the same group of guys coming up together. So these teams probably been playing together 4 or 5 years before our guys even came together. So,
Rock, we were talking about it last week. Look, is this a talent thing? Is this a coaching thing? Is this a development thing? What is it?
I think it has a lot to do with just style of play and a development philosophy. I think like we talked about a little bit last week. Those guys are bred to be pros and identified as potential pros at a very young age. So while we do here in the States, I believe we monetize individualism, and we find guys that are young and a lot of people I feel try to take advantage of these kids while they can. I think what they do is they try to make sure that these guys are on the right path to become a pro, understand the team game, team concept, and they start training and teaching them for that at a very young age. So that these games are international games, and they've been playing this style. And they've been bred for this from day one, opposed to our guys who I believe, with the social media aspect of things has been bred a little bit more towards individuality and success in that nature.
I think that's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I get the maturity that's required for you to play with somebody from the time, and again, you're grabbing somebody at 13, 14, and they're learning the same system and it's the same coach and otherwise. But that has landed in America in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still curious. College basketball has to be next, right?
As far as what?
As far as European international players coming in and taking over the highest levels of Division I Power 5 basketball.
I don't know. It's two different ways to look at it. Like, yeah, that's possible. There are some great international players playing college basketball, but like I said, they're bred to be pros.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they want to come over here and necessarily go to school. They already
focus. Well, that whole focus thing,
I mean, they're first of all, they're already pros in their country.
Yeah.
So to come here and be viewed as an amateur is probably not what the goal is. The goal is to be bred to be a pro in Europe, and then when it's time to come over here, it's NBA. I don't think anybody think about the college game like that.
I find it fascinating because there was a run back in the early 2000s where some of the international players start showing up in these big programs because they thought, well, if the mission is to go pro, if I get into the American system, into the American identification system, then it'll make it easier for me once I get there. Like I'll know how to live, I'll know how to control diet, I'll know who to work out with, etc. But I'll ask this because to me, I'm a little concerned. About the development of young players in America. I'm a little concerned. Mel, the AU and travel ball gets different. I think people misidentify what it actually is. For you, if I said, okay, describe travel ball, describe AAU, and the differences between the two, because travel ball, rich parents who want their kid to see the country in basketball is the vehicle, or AAU, where high level play and competition seems to be more the thing. For you, what does AAU mean to you?
AAU. I mean, it's pretty much what you said. It's just traveling and playing basketball at the highest level. I think travel ball and AAU are somewhat of the same.
Okay.
I think AAU is just like you said, it's like the higher level guys that are playing in a certain circuit or a certain level.
Yeah.
But then travel ball is people who pay, obviously, so they can play in those same events or near those same events.
Near. Near. Like to say, hey, I was in the I was at a tournament that Ramel Jr. was at.
Absolutely.
You wasn't really.
If Peace Jam is in Georgia, they're gonna have another event the same weekend in Georgia,
right?
So people can say, "I'm in Georgia too, playing at AAU."
Right, and I'm in the gym. Right. I go in the gym with my camera and take some pictures in the gym, but you're not really in that work.
Yeah.
Rock, what was the line for you in making the decision who Mel Jr. was going to play for and with?
Let me answer that question. I'm a harp on the AAU thing just a little bit more.
Okay.
Because most people are confused of what AAU and travel ball is. First of all, AAU is just a governing body for youth basketball.
Right.
Generally, the name AAU means that. People think that AAU means travel ball, and it doesn't. It's just a governing body for youth athletics. Amateur, what does it stand for? AAU.
American Amateur Union is what it was.
Correct. So elite level basketball, as far as what we consider elite level, that may be people don't understand is sneaker circuits, right? Every year, sneaker circuits occur, and you have Nike, you have Adidas, you have now you have New Balance that joined and has an elite league as well.
I'm so old. It was Converse, bro. It was
Converse. Yeah. Well, Converse is owned by Nike now.
Yeah,
so there you go. Am I missing one, Mel? Under Armour.
Under Armour.
So those are circuits. They actually has nothing to do with AAU. They don't have to be. That's not AAU because you don't have to be signed up for AAU or anything of that nature.
Wait, Pop. So I was wrong.
No, you wasn't wrong, but I'm just going into detail about it
because that's new to me too.
Yeah, AAU is just a governing body for youth athletics. For high school stuff, AAU doesn't exist. Only elite basketball and travel ball exists on the high school level.
Yeah, it's the Amateur Athletic Union.
Right, you can pay to play, and that's travel ball. If you want to play on the elite circuit, like the circuits that we just mentioned, where high-level Division I colleges and Division II, whoever, are recruiting you on those circuits, that's not AAU.
But there is pay happening in both of them.
Not necessarily. For sneaker circuits, all of those teams and high-level players are sponsored.
Right.
Every single one.
Right. So, I mean, so there are perks.
Yeah, there's
whether
perks,
you get
gear, there's travel,
right,
things of that nature. So you're not allowed to pay to play in any of the sneaker circuits.
Say that again, and I'm gonna make a face at you.
Okay.
Technically, right. That part. That part.
You're not allowed to pay on sneaker circuits.
There are.
You're not allowed to pay to
no, because those teams are sponsored. Nike takes care of those teams. A lot of those teams are like NBA guys have their own teams, like Westbrook or something. And Westbrook will put in some money, and then Nike will put in some money, and they'll take care of the travel.
You think that means that you're not allowed to pay to play?
No, you're not supposed to. It's supposed to be.
You're not
Nike's
supposed to.
Yeah, Nike.
You're not supposed
pays to play on an elite team. Now, those same programs, they have lower level teams that they can charge you for. Okay. But you're not playing on the Nike circuit. You're playing in other individual sponsored tournaments.
So that leads me to that thing that I know exists, because I know players that have fallen into this, and there's different places around the country. Different pockets of the country do AAU basketball different. But the reality is, you better believe that if Westbrook has an elite level team, and it's one of the top 50 teams in the country, the players that play for him getting paid.
The top team,
Uncle getting paid, daddy getting paid, mama going shopping. There might be a new car.
Well, DP said that. I didn't say that. I don't know.
I didn't say
about
it either.
that
I don't know anything about that.
I'm listen.
We don't know that.
Look.
I don't know about
what.
I just got a couple pairs of sneakers.
What? Like there. I mean, and I think that is the thing now with NIL.
Mm-hmm.
That, as we understand, it rain rolls downhill.
Yeah.
So if college elite players, blue blood 4 and 5 stars, are getting NIL in college, they are 6 months from getting it in high school.
They can get it in high school in certain states,
right?
Certain states,
and if you're getting NIL money and you're fully sponsored in high school, who is going to stop you, or to stop the coach, or to stop the sponsor from wanting Mel Jr. on his AAU squad? And the easiest way to get him on his roster, they may not be bag men at that level, but they're certainly envelope men.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Well, there's
right.
There's always been perks of being an elite player, right? There's always been perks.
It may not be the bag,
I got a gift card for you.
Right?
It's like a little gift card. Open that when you get home, though.
Right. Like, and here's the thing. Then it becomes, well, hey, because for high school coaches, if I'm Mel's high school coach, I'm going to get approached to convince Mel to play for Harrison and the Barnstormers. And Harrison goes, Harrison, no. Okay, that Venmo is real.
Yeah. Well, the coach is going to get approached unless they got a daddy like me.
Right.
They ain't going to go to the coach.
Well, that's the stuff
they're going to stay away because they're going to have to deal with me.
And I mean, they're parents and young people with character and integrity who want to follow the rules, but there's situations that exist, and a lot of today's players don't have Rock as a dad, and they don't have the community of folks that are going to look out for you and make sure you're doing right. Yeah. There are corners of this country where the Hoopers, this is everything for them.
Yeah.
It's everything. You talk about the international where it ain't about going to school, it's about that ball. Well, there are parts of the country where the elite players are broke. Broke.
Most of them are in those situations,
right?
And I'm not saying like as far as dealing with me and me saying no to different things. I'm just saying about being aware and understanding how things work. And
you should say it. You should say it, because this is, me well enough to picking the people you ride with, right?
Yeah, for sure,
right? Who go through it, but explaining to the listener who doesn't get access, and they're never gonna walk up to Mel Jr. on the street and be able to have this conversation with him. So we try to get some of that information out now, because it's the only way, right? It's the only way to do that. For the future of the game, how do y'all think this NIL high school stuff should work? How do you think? What's the ideal plan for you? Like, what are the 3 rules that you would have in play
for high school kids?
For high school kids,
I don't know. I think that's still a work in progress, because right now, every state is still not legal in every state for high school kids to get NIL. So obviously that's the first step.
Rule 1,
figure out.
See, you got
where
there.
it's legal at.
You got there,
right?
Yep.
And why it's legal.
Yep.
The next thing I think is to figure out, making sure they monitor where the money is coming from, because the biggest thing about NIL right now is that you can use it for influence, obviously. And how do you monitor that? Like, how do you monitor the influence that it's going to have to persuade a kid to do this or to persuade a kid to do that? You can't right now. So that's the second question. And then the third question is, eventually it's gonna be some kind of cap on it, I believe. Eventually, I would influence kids and people to take advantage of it as much as possible right now before they cap it, or before they find a way to monetize it to get kickback from it.
Yeah, I think through all of it, and Mel, since you just went through it, like you just went through this thing and the introduction to it, right? Everybody's learning. Ideally, transparency shows up, right? So that we can say,
we know that word, right? Transparency.
Yo. Somebody take the mic. Please take the mic from him for the day.
That's
Somebody
hilarious.
take the mic, man.
That is hilarious.
This is what I was
I've heard that. I just said I heard that word before. Did I say anything? I said we've heard that word.
Yeah.
Obviously, you heard the word.
Go ahead, DJ. Continue.
I'm about to take your mic, man.
What I wanted to see was the look on the face was like, really? See, this is why you need to be on the stream so you can actually see what the facial expression what's there for you. So let's say when you were a senior in high school, the sophomores and freshmen that were on those teams, what do you want for them? Like, what information what are you sharing with them? What information are you letting them know about how the game really goes down? What they need to know to be successful? Like, what do you say to them?
I feel like the biggest thing is just to know your worth and to understand what you're getting yourself into in terms of these deals and who you're making these deals with. But besides that, I mean, I say take full advantage of it. I mean, there's nothing better than being 19, 18, 20 years old and having money in your pocket to do what you need to do. So just be smart about it and take advantage of it for as long as we can, just like Pops was saying earlier.
Brock, there are parents out there who are going through this recruiting process and they don't know it. You've been through it, twice generationally, right? So there's advantage and perspective. You know what you know. What do you say to the parents here in Nebraska whose kids are going through and being recruited to this space? What do you want them to know?
It's actually quite easy for me. With all of this extra curriculum going on as far as NIL and money and so on and so forth, the bottom line is to stay true to the game and stay true to your own development, because the basketball parts dictates all the rest of it. So what happens is, because of all the businesses involved, we get sidetracks. Parents get sidetracked, kids get sidetracked, and they lose focus on what the main thing is. And the main thing is the basketball court.
Yeah.
Stay focused on that, and the other stuff will take care of itself. So it's just really that simple. If you're a basketball player, make sure you stay a basketball player.
Yeah, we like to move folks through life a lot quicker than we should sometimes, and that business side of it plays.
That's okay. Have your people handle the business side, but make sure that your athlete is locked into the gym. Simple.
Yeah, that work needs to be done. Before we go to break, let them know about this shirt you're wearing, this shirt game you got.
Yeah.
Give me that, man. What is that?
This is our Beyond the Game shirt. This is from the Boys and Girls Club NBA junior NBA camp that we did. We started it 3 weeks ago. The ticket, we was blessed and fortunate enough to have the ticket come in the first day, and we was blasting it all over the radio. We had a great turnout, and the camp was a success. So we got these T-shirts. And this is just the beginning, as DP would say, just the beginning. We want to keep moving forward with this. It's Beyond the Game, junior NBA, Boys and Girls Club, Lincoln, Lancaster. So look out for them. Make sure you sign up for the next one.
Yeah. When do you know when the next one will be?
Well, next one will definitely be. It's going to be next summer.
Okay.
We're ending our programming just this past Friday, and we're going to do something. It probably won't be as long. It probably add some different things, but this was our first year doing it. We got so many people to thank that I'm going to thank later on in the show before we get off that, played major parts into making this a success. And we're very thankful for the Lincoln community for supporting it.
It's a good run. Word on the street was good too, which was good to hear as you're walking through and having folks talking about it. I was like, man, thanks for letting us know about that. They sent the young man over there and he had a good time. So
absolutely. That's what it's all about.
Well done. We'll throw it to break. We'll come back. Mel Jr., Mel Sr. here. Lloyds in Lincoln. 937 The Ticket.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
The wait is almost over. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show is the hottest event in the area. Coming to Lincoln's Air Park on Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th. Elevate your air show experience with tickets to the premium seating tent, padded seats, meals, and more for just $125. Premium tickets are going fast, so buy yours today. To purchase premium tickets and for more information, visit LincolnAirShow.com. We'll see you at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show in late August.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for fireworks Fridays, souvenir Saturdays, Sunday family fun days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing, the whole family will enjoy. Unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Getting experience to jumpstart a meaningful career can be difficult, and education can cost a fortune. Luckily, AmeriCorps can be the solution. With AmeriCorps, you'll earn a stipend and education award while helping people. Plus, you'll gain professional skills and make connections to help you build your career. If you're ready to start a career you can be proud of, visit serve.nebraska.com/service to find a program for you. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids. First, I hold my hands out like they're on a steering wheel. Then I look over my shoulder. Next, I put it in reverse. Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
Quick question. Where does the term dog pop? 'Cause I've never seen a pile of dogs in my life.
Never seen that. If we've ever seen just driving down the road, and there's like, there's 12 dogs on top of each other. So where does dog pile come from?
Well, that's a good question.
And that is a standard.
That's a good question.
If you say dog pile to anyone, they know it. It's not dog pile. Never seen a pile of dogs. Never in my life.
I want to know where that comes from.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and the station.
You're listening to Lloyds in Lincoln with your hosts, Ramel Lloyd Sr. and Ramel Lloyd Jr.
Welcome back. Lloyds in Lincoln on a Sunday. And again, it's supposed to be a smoke show out there, so take care of yourselves. Trying to introduce Ramel Jr. to the Salt Dogs, Lincoln Salt Dogs. Right?
Shout out Salt Dogs.
Right? Lincoln Salt Dogs. We want to thank Charlie Meyer, the GM down there, Coach Brett Jody.
Yes, sir.
Brett Jody played for the Yankees. He's South Carolina boy, but he's gold. He's gold. Friday night, so we took batting practice Friday afternoon. They allowed us to invite some listeners down to take batting practice on the field with the team. Wow. So the team's doing its rotation, and then here come the ticket people coming through. Strick, Bud Seinhorst, Nick, Chris Raff. We had a bunch of listeners come down and get their hacks in. So if there's a thing, if you want to have that moment where you want to go down there and measure yourself, we can arrange that for you.
You see, I got the baseball jersey on.
I like it. You went Matt Williams, which I'm trying to figure out.
Style, only style. He don't know nothing about that baseball.
Okay,
I don't know nothing about it, but it looked cool.
well, I would have said, I'm a Jersey guy, so that you in my lane now. That's my lane.
Okay.
The Giants is pretty suave, but you've been in California, the LA side. I thought you would go Dodgers or Angels. The Angels have better uniforms, I think.
I could agree with that,
Yeah.
but when I was buying it, this is the one I liked.
Yeah.
I feel like I got this from Mitchell & Ness, which is like closing down most of their shops. So it was kind of like they had like a little pop-up shop real quick, and I just had to get something.
Yeah, okay. See, what you got to tell him, go old school and let your boy know, so he not spending real money. That,
I'll definitely spend the bag on
now we know. Yeah.
No, don't do that.
Yeah, they got me.
Tell me what you want. Tell me what you. I know they got you.
I need a Dodgers jersey now.
I now we in business.
All right.
And what size Big Slim wearing over here, man?
I do like an XL, like a little large on me, kind of flow a little bit.
Yeah, the jerseys. Don't do tight jerseys.
No,
if you're not playing center field, bro, like if you're not facing.
Unless it's a basketball jersey, of course.
Yeah.
I wear extra medium in that. So.
Extra medium. Okay, explain this. Okay, so social media is just finally catching on. Middle America is finally catching on to what you wear under your jersey. And dudes started to show. They take the jersey off and they got on what they call the women's sports bra.
The women's sports bra.
Oh, okay.
Right?
I can explain this.
Okay. You're gonna have to explain this to people. Because CJ got caught on social media with it.
Yeah.
And they went hard at CJ.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, you.
So look. It's not a sports bra. It's like, so it's obviously shaped like a bra, kind of.
Uh-huh.
We put it on and it has this little thing in the back. I don't know what it's called, but we have like a bunch of technology guys that follow like our load basically on the court and what we do. So how it works is like at the end of the day, so I talk to these guys all the time at the practice about mine. So like usually a game, so we wear them in the game. So like for a full game, about the average is about 1,000.
1,000 steps?
1,000 the load. I don't necessarily know the exact.
Okay.
But so like during practice, they want us to get to like 400 to 500.
Okay.
So I don't really know how it works, but that's kind of what I got out of it.
Okay.
So it's just following how much work.
So it has some meter in it.
Yeah.
Tracks
So it's
activity.
it's not for style. It's definitely not for style.
Oh no. We know. No, we knew what about.
Doesn't it track your heart rate?
It doesn't track your heart rate. It just
how hard you actually
how much
work, right?
Like the more. Yeah, so like the more you cut and the more you like go side to side and do like sharp movements, the more it goes up.
So it's just your energy output, pretty much.
Basically,
is what it's measuring.
Yeah, maybe we'll get our I don't know what they're called, but like my trainers and stuff on one day. They can explain.
Right. Well, no, because they got somebody who was drafted and they caught him with the workout. They had him. He took his jersey off.
Yeah.
And he had it on. They was like, "Whoa, you need
what's it called?
It's a catapult.
Catapult.
Yeah, everyone wears it though. Like across the country, you'll see like the USC football players.
I believe you. I believe.
I kind of like mine. It's kind of stylish.
Well, look. Just make sure you get the right one. That's all I'm saying. You know, right?
I saw the women's soccer team wearing them too.
That's perfect.
Like I was trying to figure it out. I was like, okay, let's be sure. We got some people that we want to say thanks to, Rock. Let's people that with the hookup that took care of you and the young kids of Lincoln Lancaster.
Yeah, we want to thank a couple of people. We had a lot of people went into making this camp a success, but just a couple of people I wanted to give a shout out to. That's Dan down at Canopy Market. He provided lunches for our kids. Also, Charles down at Mary Ellen, same thing. Of course, our home base, our station, the ticket came up, showed love, showed out, make sure everybody knew what was going on over there at Northwest High School. Then we got Corey and Colton over at Sam's Club. Gave a bunch of stuff, donated water and snacks and hot dogs and sandwiches. So they did multiple things for us. Then we want to thank Shields as well. Shields, they donated some basketballs and equipment and things of that nature to make sure that we had all the things that we needed to make it a success for these kids this past 3 weeks. So Lincoln showed up. Lincoln showed up and they showed out. We want to thank you for your continued support.
And thank you for building it and leading it. It's necessary. And the community is better for it than for you. And I keep saying it. We'll keep letting folks know what y'all are doing here matters. And we got to keep talking about it. We'll amplify and elevate because that's what we do.
Yes, sir.
busy week after the draft. Trade. Teams don't look the same.
Yeah.
Teams just look. It's different. It's different. Junior, what's the best trade that was made?
That's a good question. The best trade that was made. Well, honestly, I don't know. I've been looking, but nothing crazy has happened. I mean, I guess the Bradley Beal to the Suns. Was that even a trade?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that was probably the best so far.
Yeah.
The most impactful.
The most,
right?
yeah,
Most
I mean, the
impactful.
biggest trade so
Shout
far.
out to Kenyon Martin Jr. is going back home to LA Clippers.
Hey, man, you know.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be crazy.
Well, I mean, that's going to be a big part of this, right? That at some point you get to choose. Because going into the league, you're just hoping to get there.
Yeah.
Then you pay attention to who takes you, and then you pay attention to the money and all that things. And then at some point, when you get to choose where you would play. So, Junior, while we still here, if you could play anywhere.
You know, I got to go with the Los Angeles Lakers.
Hometown
Hometown hero, of course.
Yeah.
But besides the Lakers, because we all know I love the Lakers.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Miami Heat. Probably. I like the Heat, the organization. Definitely don't mind.
Is the style of play? Style of play?
I just like the organization.
Yeah.
The style of play is good. They take care of their guys. You know, their guys play good for them. They get them good contracts. They get their guys better. They develop guys. It's just like a great place to go into and learn how to be an NBA player from the jump. So I love the Miami Heat organization for sure.
Rock, if you could go back in time, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you have gone Knicks? Would you have gone Nets? Would you what would have been in your head when you had the dream of it? Where would you have gone?
You know, at the time, I really didn't care which team if I was fortunate enough to get drafted, I wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
It's interesting that Ramel talks Miami, because when we talk about teams that we would like to be involved with, obviously the first thing is that we'd be appreciative and extremely blessed to be drafted by anyone.
Yes,
right?
yes, anyone could draft me.
That's the
Anyone.
first. Let's put that out in the open first.
Everybody,
anybody, right? Anybody gives you that kind of opportunity, be completely outstanding.
Right.
But when we talk about going to different teams, we look a little deeper into it than just an average fan. Like some of the things that Ramel mentioned about the Miami Heat is that if you notice, they had 7 undrafted guys on their roster this year. Guys come in at a certain level and they leave at a higher level. The guys that are loyal to their program, they usually are loyal to them in the back end. I know they have a lot of accountability as far as staying in shape, things of that nature. And I think those things are perfect for young guys coming into the NBA to kind of almost continue what their college regimen was as far as keeping their body in shape, not as much freedom as some of the other places and the other teams. So for me, actually, Miami was my agent at the time during the draft. They told me that because they know who they're going to get drafted by before the fans do. So my agent called me. I had like 3 calls during draft night, and Miami was one of the teams that said they would draft me in the next round if
you're still there, yeah,
type of deal. So I don't know what happened. They didn't have a draft. Yeah,
like you sitting by the phone.
Yeah, I was sitting by the phone, went in the bathroom and cried for about an hour.
Right.
After the draft was over.
I love you, Dad.
But
Right.
thank you, son. But I like people. I like development to places. Some places in the NBA, every part of the NBA is great, right? But if you break some teams down, some teams are more suited for veteran guys who's been in the league and they're looking to win right away, and the pressure's different. Some teams are suited for young guys, and then some teams are suited for development. So those are all the things you want to look at when you want to get drafted by a team. What fits your best style? Like OKC, they're doing a great job of drafting young, long athletes that can play multiple positions, and I think Ramel fits into that style as well. So we look at it in depth, like where would he be able to have the most success to continue? Because getting to the NBA is one thing, and I'm not going to say that's not hard, because it's very hard, but sticking in the NBA is the key. So getting into the right place, getting to the right situation, the right coaches believe in you, and your style of play is extremely important and vital for you to have an opportunity to get that second contract.
question for you as I sit here and think about it. So ABA All-Star Game, Miami. Did you play in that game?
I was on a team, obviously, but I did not go.
You didn't make the.
I
So Klaus made the trip
Mhm.
with Tim Hardaway. Tim
Keith
Hardaway,
I
Gary
didn't go on that
Grant.
trip. I didn't go on that trip.
Yeah, I was trying to remember. I knew I picked you, but you didn't show up.
No, I didn't go. I might have went overseas during that time. I might have left.
Yeah, no,
at that
there were quite a few. You and Clay Tucker took some cash.
Yeah, I was getting in and out as I wasn't there the whole season, but yeah, I definitely was on the team. I appreciate you picking me.
Yeah, they asked me. I'm like, yeah, you got to get rock. Yeah, you got to get that. Look, that was a group. That was a group. Olden Polonese and Nick Shepard. Yeah, that was a
we had a pro
that
team.
was a gang, man.
All those guys had NBA experience.
That was a gang.
I was a leading scorer on that team, by the way.
Yes, you were.
Just to make sure that everybody understands.
Yes,
Talk to him.
Just to make sure that everybody.
you
It was a
were.
long time ago, but I just want to let you know that I definitely was a leading
Just
scorer.
stating facts.
Yeah,
Just stating facts.
Yes, you
Not
were,
more.
and I can co-sign. I can co-sign. I was there. I through all of this, right? So yesterday, Russell Westbrook commits and stays with the Clippers. Is he done? Is he done? Because the conversation with players like Russell Westbrook and CP3.
Mm-hmm.
Some would say, okay, those are concession deals, but I'm thinking, no, the Clippers still are contenders for the chip, and so is Golden State.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you rank them? Like that 1 to 10, Westbrook. He's not old. Westbrook was like 3 years ago. He's a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he now?
Like 1 to 10 rating.
Yeah.
In terms of, I think Westbrook is still a very good player and a starting caliber point guard. So
Yeah.
I would say like 8 or 9.
Yeah,
So
they keep him to start. They're not just having him on the roster.
The only reason his contract was so low is because he actually took a pay cut so they can try to build the team more to win a championship this year. So I think the Clippers are very good. They just can't get healthy. If they were healthy, I think they would have won a championship 2 years ago.
Trainer. That trainer matters. Rod, where would you say Westbrook is?
That's a good question, because I don't a person like Westbrook and you said CP3,
yeah,
those guys at this point in their career, I don't gauge them for just their skill set anymore.
Right.
I think there would be a 10 to any team as far as all the assets they bring to the
IQ, team. Knowledge of how to get people in and out of situations,
of course,
running practices when getting to places the coaches can't get to.
Those guys are 10s. You can't replace them. You can't replace the things that they've done, and they have been so great during their career that people have the audacity now to say that they're done or washed up when they are the average players 10 at the later stages of their career.
And it's not even close.
I mean, a person right now, an NBA guy, would be ecstatic to have the stature and skill set that either one of those guys have right now after being in the league for I don't know how many years.
And to have the resources to say, I'll take less money. I'll take less money to get this thing done.
Absolutely.
Like
absolutely.
that tells me everything
Yeah.
you need to know about it. Harrison's itching right now. He just want to get in this
Come on,
right.
Harrison.
Like he want to get in here. Harrison want to get in here right now.
Talk to us.
Come on. Give it
Yeah,
to
that
me.
number it's a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it's a
number
10.
it's a 10.
Hey,
You know what? I'm gonna jump on the train too. 10.
There we go.
There we go.
$8 million.
We have to set the narrative.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people talking about CP3 and Westbrook like trash. No.
Oh, I hate when.
No, this is why
No,
we
that's
have to
absurd.
we have to reset the narrative. We'll throw the break.
Yeah.
We'll close it out. I need to know who their picks are now. I need to know who they're looking at now. Is Denver still it? And if they are, who's coming? Who's next? Who's Denver's biggest threat?
The Lakers.
See,
The Lakers.
See,
That's the fan talking.
see, like that's the fan. But we're gonna break them down when we'll break them down when we come back.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast bread. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong. I expect that. Personally, I'm a turtle-nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know. Don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome. Yum.
Beat the heat at 4th of July truly monumental at Generation V.
Generation V.
This weekend only, Generation V has incredible deals that'll blow you away. Stock up on select disposables as low as $10 and enjoy 25% off all pet products.
Generation V.
July 1st through 4th, experience monumental savings up to 33% off mods, e-liquid, Delta 8, and more. Generation V with 16 Nebraska locations and a new location at 27th and Superior. GenerationV.com. Vapes contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and test us,
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's Bam.
then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
If you came across someone struggling with hunger, how would you recognize them? By their clothes, their age, the way they speak? Would you notice a 16-year-old boy who got his first job,
not for extra spending money, but to help feed his little sisters?
or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner? Or a 14-year-old girl who signs up to every after-school activity, not to make friends, but just to get something to eat? Or a retiree who fell ill and had to choose
between getting medicine or groceries.
I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. People you pass by every day but never knew were hungry. I am hunger in America.
Hunger can be hard to recognize. Learn why IamHungerInAmerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America, 200 Food Banks Strong, and the Ad Council.
If you or someone you know is having thoughts of suicide or experiencing a mental health or substance use crisis, call 988 for free, confidential, and compassionate support. On July 16th, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is transitioning to 988. There is hope. For 24/7 support, call, text, or chat 988.
Sponsored by Nebraska DHHS, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Mario fue pintor más de 30 años. Cuando me dijo que se le estaban olvidando las cosas, fue difícil. Un día me dijeron que pintar del lado por dentro y pinté el lado de afuera.
Yo le diría a la gente que le diga a su familia lo que está pasando con él.
Si algo se nota diferente, podría ser Alzheimer. Es momento de hablarlo. Visita alz.org/nuestras historias para saber más. Un mensaje de the Alzheimer's Association y the Ad Council.
Sometimes I just cannot believe all the storms we've gone through here. I can only hope that we'll be able to leave this house to you one day, baby. A legacy.
Planning for these disasters will make sure we're safe, and is the best way to protect that legacy.
Protect your legacy. Visit .gov/plan for the tools and tips you need to start your emergency preparedness plan today. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Lloyds in Lincoln with your hosts, Ramel Lloyd Sr. and Ramel Jr.
We'll figure it out. We'll get you something. We'll get you something worth wearing. See, I'm old school though.
You don't like the
no. The fact that you went old school matters. If you're gonna get a Giants old school, there's 3 you need to get before that one. There's 4 you need to get. So that's Matt Williams, who's an MVP.
Okay.
Played third base for the Giants. Studs. Matter of fact, he was a manager for them. He actually coached them for a couple of years after he got done. Or actually, he went to Arizona. But Barry Bonds, Giants jersey, Willie McCovey, Will Clark, or the GOAT, Willie Mays.
The GOAT.
Yeah, Willie's the best baseball player ever lived. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise when they get into that other conversation. Willie Mays was the baddest dude.
I know that other conversation. But I need a Mets or Yankees. That's
Go
all
ahead and get
I
it.
don't want nothing else but Mets. And Yankees.
Well, you see, again,
Give me
this
old-
is
give me
this is
old
my lane. See,
Doc Gooden jersey
you want,
or
yeah, I
something,
say you
know what
want
I'm
Doc,
saying?
you want
Yeah, give me
strawberry.
Doc. I'll take Doc.
Strawberry. But see, that's the thing about that with Doc. Doc played for like 38 teams.
Nah, but he won the championship with the Mets. In 86,
well, he won it with the
so.
Yankees.
All right. I'm going back. I'm going. Okay, that's true though. But I was after.
Yeah,
Okay, I was a little older Doc.
Mets in that era, you can go up and down. But yeah, Doc and Strawberry
Carter
are the one. Yeah,
Mookie Wilson,
Mook.
Did Mookie wear number two?
Mookie wore 19.
Oh, I want number two. Derek Jeter's only 2 I know. Yankees, I guess.
Yeah, I think Mookie wore. Mookie wore 19.
Yeah, I want a 2.
The Mets.
50. Derek Jeter.
Probably Derek Jeter.
No, that's Mookie Betts.
Oh, what do you think of?
Mookie
Betts
Wilson.
Was,
okay.
Mookie
might be a little bit for you.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts on the Dodgers.
Mookie Betts wear 2 though, didn't he, with the Dodgers?
No, he wears 50 with the Dodgers.
You know who Mookie Betts is?
Yeah, I know who he is.
When did you start watching baseball?
I mean,
number one.
I mean,
Mookie wore number one.
Mookie wore number one. My favorite sport.
I'm gonna get into baseball, actually.
Yeah, no,
it's my favorite sport.
I mean, of everything, so I was a better football player and ran track. I was better at those than I was at baseball. But when it came time for recruiting, the people who told me, well, whatever you do, don't play baseball. It's going to be the hardest one.
They were false.
I was stubborn.
Yeah. That was,
and I'm like,
false.
Watch me. So when I got that D1 offer for baseball, I was like, all of y'all, shut up.
Yeah.
All of y'all, shut up. So yeah, the baseball stuff is my jam. Like I've got probably in my closet more. So every year, Major League Baseball makes everybody wear number 42 for Jackie Robinson one day. Well, I collect those game-worn jerseys for each team, and they all have number 42 on it. Like game-worn that, like from Jackie Robinson day, Astros, Washington, otherwise. And I'm baseball. Like I'm baseball. That's why we got married at Nats Park. We got married in Washington Stadium.
Wow.
So I'm a baseball dude at heart, at core. Dame Lillard, let's play manager, GM, prognosticator. Dame Lillard goes to Miami. Are they the team to beat? Is it Phoenix? Is it the Clippers? Is it your Lakers? Who's the team to beat? Who's the biggest threat to Denver? If Dame goes to Miami, does that change it all?
I would say they would be another threat.
Okay.
But I feel like almost every team in the league has multiple guys now. So it's like, yeah, the Suns got KD, D-Book, and Bradley Beal, but the Clippers got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, and Russell Westbrook. And the Lakers got LeBron and Anthony Davis in this one. So I think it just depends on
who's this one you just mentioned.
I was thinking about that.
Like he tried to slide a third into the Lakers, like we weren't gonna pay attention.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah.
Austin Reeves.
And that's why they're in the lottery.
Yeah, but so I mean, I'm not sure, but the team to beat is the Nuggets, obviously, because they won the championship. But don't sleep on the Bucks either. I feel like the Bucks would have won the championship this year if they were healthy. So
yeah, if they were healthy, rules change. Right?
Yeah, I mean, we touched on this a little bit on one of the previous shows, and I always said it's always about the others. I mean, those stars are going to be who they are, no matter what team they play for, right? Damon's going to look just like Damon looked in Portland, but it's the other guys, the role players, that's going to determine the winning. We talk about stats and superstar status. They're going to be who they are regardless. So the team has to mesh in a certain way, and the role players have to be to a point where they understand that winning culture, and the team does it as a team to win. So that's yet to be seen. We got to see how the role players step up. Like Shaq said, the others
matter. The others matter.
The others always matter.
Hold on. Wait a minute now. Let me tell you something.
29 rebounds. When I kick it back out, it's the others.
Hold on.
Charles Barkley now.
Wait a minute.
Let me tell you something. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Let me tell you something.
Now, Shaq.
We always do these impersonations.
Oh my God, that's so good.
Oh, real quick, shout out to Hyvee too. Hyvee. I know it's kind of left field, but
no, it's the hookup.
Yeah,
it's the hookup.
Hyvee show some love with the sandwiches.
Once again, gentlemen, here's the thing. So next Sunday, it's going to be you three. All right, I'm going to be in Vegas for the Summer League and for UFC. So we got y'all.
Sure, it might be them too. I might be in Vegas with you.
Yeah, hey, man.
Hey, I might be off. I might be there too.
We might be doing it remote from Vegas.
I hear you.
Hey, that might be the thing. Hey, we appreciate you.
Lloyds in Lincoln at the Summer League.
Yeah, we could do that. Don't go anywhere. The Breeze coming up here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yes, sir.